The short-term rental industry had a record-breaking year for demand growth. Here's what happened. Vacation rental properties can be an incredible investment if purchased right, as well as the appropriate calculations are done when you're investigating different areas and different short-term rental opportunities. This article from AirDNA goes on to say occupancy rates reached an all-time high. This is for 2021. Airbnb hosts made 37.5% more revenue than in 2020. And new markets had a chance to shine as remote workers took advantage of continued flexibility. Now I'm going to leave a link in the description for this entire report, but here's a sneak peek of what you're going to be able to find inside this report. Available listings aren't keeping up pace with travel demand, meaning more revenue potential for hosts and new opportunity for investors head into 2022. More than 70% of trips in December were to locations outside the largest 50 cities. And despite the pandemic, the last week of the year saw demand 36% higher than in 2019. So this report is fantastic. As you can see here, the demand rises for urban short-term rental properties. You can see the different property types and the trend just increasing here. If we keep scrolling down, travelers fly away to Hawaii. Hawaii had a big uptick in bookings for short-term rental properties as well. The top 10 highest occupancy markets in December of 2021 was Maui, Hawaii, with a 77% occupancy. The Big Island of Hawaii, 76% occupancy. Kauai, awesome little island out there, 73%. Oahu, 70%. And then we go into the mountains of Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, 66%. U.S. Virgin Islands is showing 66%. Flagstaff, Arizona, 66%. Tucson, Arizona, 65%. San Juan, Puerto Rico, 65%. And Key West, Florida, 65%. Those are the top 10 highest occupancy markets for short-term rentals in December of 2021. Hey, if you're getting value out of this, hit that like button. It goes on to say revenues rebound. They've rose in 2021. Short-term rental hosts earned 37.5% more revenue than in 2020 and 25% more than in 2019. Now check out this chart of U.S. short-term rental occupancies from 2018 all the way up to the forecast of 2022. It was roughly around low 50% occupancy rates, and in 2021, obviously you can see it jumped up, and the forecast for 2022 is to be roughly around the same for 2021, which is fantastic if you guys do own short-term or vacation rental properties. One other thing that I want to touch on is the listing lags chart here. If there was one surprise for 2021, it'd be that the number of listings continued to lag in the recovery. Overall, the U.S. ended up with an average of just over 1 million monthly available short-term rental units in 2021, an increase of 2.4% from 2020, but still 9.4% lower than 2019. Traditionally, supply follows demand, and that has also been the case throughout 2021. After a brief drop in available listings at the start of the pandemic, significant investment have been made in short-term rentals in rural areas and small, mid-sized cities. Throughout 2021, these areas increased supply by more than 11% over 2020 levels and are projected to see even more gains in 2022. So what is this telling us? It's telling us that the traditional urban metro areas are not the only place that people are going to either vacation or work from. And based on all the research and stats out there, we're seeing a big increase of remote workers now. People are able to really work essentially from anywhere in the country or even anywhere in the world. So they're taking the opportunity now to book these short-term rental properties for maybe a couple months to work from, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, and they're taking full advantage because they don't necessarily have to stay in the area or the city that they're from, and they're able to work remotely from different areas or paradise, including the state of Florida. This goes on to talk about the diverse investment. When we look at the markets receiving the most investment in 2021, we see a good mix of larger southeastern cities and mountain and beach destinations. It shows here the 2021 top markets for short-term rental investments. Number 1 coming in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Number 2, Atlanta, Georgia. Number 3, Houston, Texas. 4 is Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. 5 is Panama City, Florida. 6, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 7, the Ozark Mountains. I wonder if that has anything to do with the show, the Ozarks. That is a badass series, by the way. I'm not big on watching TV or shows or whatever, but that's a good one. What do we got? Number 8 is Tampa, Florida. 9, Pocono Mountains, PA. And number 10, Dallas, Texas. So what did I get out of this? I think that we're going to see a lot more opportunity for investors to come into the vacation rental / short-term rental investment properties. I think that we're going to see a lot more opportunity, not just in, your traditional metro or city areas, or even beach destinations. It's showing that there's an influx of people going into rural areas as well. So I think that people can get creative even in your hometown. Is there different ways that you guys can think of providing an experience for somebody to basically, come and work remotely or crash for a few nights in your own area, in your own town? I think that there's going to be a lot more opportunity for that. Thanks a lot for being here. I appreciate every subscriber on this channel. I'll see you guys on the next one.